Is there sound now?
There is now. There is
Okay.
now.
Boys, we are back. What is going on? I can still hear the music over there. That's awesome. That's new, yeah? New trailer.
New
Great
trailer. Yeah, what do you think? I
It's
wasn't
good.
sure if it was any good or not. Some people thought it was a bit too heavy.
It's
Yeah,
good
I mean,
music
it's-
when you can hear the music, you know?
It's a good punch in the face.
Corey. Oh, I've missed you, Corey. Oh, who have we got here? We got Paulie's Arts here, Nada, Arthur Line, Salty Karaout. I butchered that name. Mo Big's in the house. John is here. Scrolling down. Like 20 people here already, which is great. Perth Comics here for the pre-Malin. Yes, no sound. I do realize.
Yeah.
Sam Rogers is here. Corey is typing in the chat. American Comics Co. Scrolling. Nicholas Gear. Relentless Tin Soldier. Scrolling down. Immortality Rising comic book. Cool name.
I
All right,
think
that's
it's a
it.
good channel.
Yeah?
I watched it. I watched that show a few times. He needs more viewers.
It's so hard to keep a track of like what shows are going on.
Man.
Like, yeah, guys, we're kind of back. This is kind of like we've gone full circle from the very first day that you guys launched this on How to Draw Comics. We're all together. This is your final day. You're going on Malin'S to wrap it up after this. And well, yeah, this has been incredible.
It's awesome that we're here together at the end as well.
Oh, that's good.
It's nice.
Hey, hang on. I gotta talk over you guys for the last time before it ends. So you remember.
Man,
I
that's
remember when Rob would get angry.
That's some old memes, Corey. You just memed an old meme of you.
Some old drama.
We had some good times back in the day. Guys, you must be like wrapped with how this is going because you're on 746 backers. You've added what 50 or so in the last week?
Look,
Yeah,
Replicator
it's
3
crazy.
got to 812 something. So we got to beat that.
812 backers. I don't know. I don't think you guys have got it in you. I think it's clearly that I'm far superior than both of you combined. And you're never going to get to 812 or 13.
Come on, guys. We got to destroy him once and for all.
Rob has set the bar. It's good to have goals.
But like seriously though, like that is my third campaign on Indiegogo or more, maybe fourth. This is your very first, and the fact that you're in reach in this, and who knows, like Malin is a good promoter. You might have a shot. It depends how long you're on there for.
Yeah.
Oh no, man, we're extremely lucky to have had the response that we've received on Kozor. Not only in the beginning, but even now at the end. No joke, I think we just got like 10 backers on board since I woke up this morning. And
yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy. I didn't... Like, man, really? People are still into Kozor?
Yeah, heck yeah.
That's amazing, guys. What can we talk about that we haven't already talked about with this book? Because I mean, it looks amazing. We haven't got our copies yet, Clayton. I mean, it was printed here, sent to America, and now it's getting sent back home.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got your copy here. I'm just gonna send you your copy here, Rob, and I'll send Michael's and Dean's. And Dean actually from Comics Mate, he was gonna come over and pick his up because he couldn't wait. But I know it seems like I really shorthanded the Aussies, my Aussie brethren, but unfortunately for the Aussies, there's a lot more people in the States. And so because we were getting Comics Blast to fulfill Kozor for the most part, we just felt like it would be less confusion, less of a headache to just get him to take care of it all. But I mean, even then, you know, things can come up that you just don't see coming. But yeah, it's what I'm most happy about is that there's backers out there getting Kozor in their hands, and yes, some of them have been having to wait, like poor Rob here, but at least you
I
know
backed
it's
the thing
coming.
3 times, Clayton. Where
Oh,
is
really?
it? I want it. Get it to me.
It's coming. It'll come by Christmas, hopefully.
I heard if you back it like 5 times, it'll come faster.
Oh, that's
That's
unlocked. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's unlocked. Everybody's getting that.
I mean, you want to go on it? You want to go fix that up right now? It'll take you 2 seconds. Sumo Thori, thank you so much, man. You're a legend. Gifted 5 memberships. Aether Lion, Mo Biggs, Nicholas Greer, Skip, and McShort. Thank you, everyone, so much. Thank you, Sumo. Yeah, this is really cool. This took you a long time, guys. A long time.
I didn't get a free membership. What the hell?
It's because you don't hang out here enough. David Gent says, "Hail, gents. Hey, Rob, backed early today. 901 backer number. Awesome, man. Yeah, and if you
Thanks,
back it while you're
David.
here, chuck in your back number in the chat. I would
That'd be
really,
awesome.
Well,
I would like to see.
The Bankoff membership's cooler. So, just saying. Anyway.
I would really like to see you guys beat me. Do you reckon it's possible? What about you guys in chat? Can they make more than me? Can they beat me first time?
That'd be
Kozor
pretty
has
funny.
more babes.
That'd be hilarious if that happened.
Yeah.
But
812.
like, what would you do, Rob, if Kozor actually ended up beating
I'd be happy
Replicator?
for you.
Doubling
I'd be happy
doubling
for you.
Replicator.
Because Replicator was a huge campaign.
It's not going to double Corey. I mean, come on. Let's be somewhat realistic here.
No, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh,
That's all you
look,
can
I
say.
mean, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It will be interesting.
Sumo says we always want to see someone beat you, Rob. Yeah, that's pretty much what everyone feels. Lars is here. Good to see him as well. So, how much of fulfillment is done?
A lot of it. Right?
A decent amount of it. We had to delay. I don't have the exact numbers, but I do know we had to delay it for a bit, just while we get more stock essentially created and shipped to Critical Blast, just because we lost some books during the fulfillment process and in transit and that kind of thing, which really sucked. But luckily the damage wasn't too much, actually. We assumed things were going to go wrong, so it's not entirely unexpected. It just sucks.
Were you covered by insurance or whatever?
Yeah, we were covered by insurance, and not only did the Postal Service cover us for the insurance, they actually covered us for the value of the books. So we were insured for $500, and the shipment we lost was about $700 worth of books, and they refunded us what it cost to ship them, and then for the value of the books too. So that's a huge relief, because... Yeah, I mean, there's things that have gone wrong where we thought it was going to be a massive screw up, but luckily, just working through these problems, we were able to solve a lot of the issues that have come up. It's just just comes with the territory. You've got to be able to handle that stuff, and the more hard lessons you learn, the better you get at not only creating comics but fulfilling comics too, I think. I mean, you've been through crazy stuff that's just randomly happened with your book too, Rob, and
yeah,
you just can't. It's not like you planned it to happen. It just pops up just to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, it's funny.
Shelby?
Like, it feels like everyone that I know has at least had something crazy happen with their books. Like, I had like 500-600 damaged copies and like 80 misprints. So I had to go through like 1,200 copies to find 80 misprints. Like, pain in the ass.
Nuts.
Wow, that's crazy.
You guys lost a shipment. Mike got screwed. It's insane. What's up, Shelby?
I had to figure out what was going on with my audio. It's back.
So,
I can
how's
hear
it going,
myself in someone's.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like it.
I can't.
Anyway, I wanted to say, like, lots of people do black and white books, and I feel like sometimes maybe it doesn't need a black and white book. if I'm just saying that. But this, man, this is
Yeah.
exceptional. Look at this thing.
Does Replicator have a black and white book?
Let's not talk about Replicator, Corey. Let's talk about Kozor while we're
Yeah.
here.
I
Thanks,
just want
Rob.
to talk about how Kozor tops Replicator. So you guys get it back. Big Replicator.
Yeah, Rob, I'm as excited about the black and white version of Kozor as I am the colored version. They're both different, but they're both great. And like you said, when you've got a book like this that has this level of detail, I think a black and white version, you're doing the backers a disservice if you don't offer it to them.
Yeah.
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 Do you have it
You know-
yet, Shelby? Do you have your copy yet?
No.
Guys, I feel like maybe you should
They
have
don't
waited
like
like a week to close this thing
Yeah.
out. So everyone got their books in.
The reason that we're closing it out now is because that's the thing, we do want to complete fulfillment and move on. So we need to get the final numbers from the campaign and just do that final print run so that we can start tackling the future comic book projects that we've got coming up. And
Yeah.
while Kozor is still hanging over our head, that's a little bit hard to do, which is why, we wanted to let as many people know that Kozor is closing out as possibly before we did. But in the end, it's really just, hey, we've got to close this down. And
It's really hard to
forward.
say this because I don't have the book in my hands yet, but I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of it behind the scenes and, I've seen a lot of the work. This could be one of the best looking first books that people have done in a while. Do you think that's
what
fair?
some people have said.
I mean, look at the detail on this fucking thing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is one of the best looking books people will get this year.
Yeah. Thanks, Shelby.
Sexy. Look at that.
Obviously,
I'm
we
not
can't
kidding.
say that, but
It looks better than everything at the shop, man. It's highly underfunded, underbacked, in my opinion.
This piece isn't that great though. What do you think of that? Is it a bit
that
disappointing?
is an amazing piece.
Kinda
What are you
wacky.
talking about?
Oh,
Rob?
that's awesome. Yeah.
I know what you would give, Rob. I know what you would give. You would commit crime to be able to have these two working on your books, Michael Pedro and Shelby.
Yeah. But the question is, would the book ever get finished? That would be the question.
Hey man, good things take time.
Yeah.
Good things take
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Mo gives his reviews in the chat. He did one the other day. He said the art looks great, the story is high tea, and the print job is high quality. You use the
thanks,
printers
man.
that Bancroft and I use, yeah? Yeah, they're really
Yeah,
good.
yeah, we did.
Top
And they were
level.
pretty good, but it's funny, like just talking about the unexpected things that can happen. There was a certain amount of those books where just something random, right? Like the cover was stapled slightly too high or too low for the interior on some of the copies.
Okay.
And it was only by a tiny bit, but I was just like, oh man, that's crazy. Like, who could have known that would happen? Of course, I emailed him and let him know what was going on, and they replaced the books. But I think, honestly, all the things that people have said about Mixam and whatever other printers that they've gone with, I think it doesn't matter what printer you go with. You're going to have random things that happen during the print run that just need to be addressed and fixed. Don't think you're not going to have a problem in the fulfillment process, because they're going to come up, and hopefully you can deal with them when they do.
I think you can minimize the risk by who you go with. But there's also the fact too that, like, if you had an issue with the print run with this company, they would fix it. If you have an issue with a print run with a different company, they might tell you to go F yourself. Because that's happened too, even when it's their fault. They don't care.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like with Mixam, you're rolling the dice. Who do you print with, Shelby?
I have several printers that I use. I got a couple in California and a couple in Texas. There's one in Florida, but I'm going to stay away from them someone who had a big issue with them, and I'm like, I've never had that issue, but if that's a response, then I'm okay without it. Yeah, so you guys did a saddle stitch book. Square-bound is a different beast. It's actually much harder to find perfect bound printing.
Oh wow.
With the glue binding, yeah.
Yeah, it's
a lot
interesting.
Less amount of printers that have that ability.
Oh. Yeah, right. Yeah, we wanted to go staple bound because there's this. I really like the feel and look of a perfect bound book, but it doesn't feel like a comic book to me. It feels like a special edition art book or something. And even like the fact that we went with a thicker cover and some nice thick pages for Kozor, it was nice. It felt like a premium book, but in some ways, I kind of miss the wafer thin paper of an actual comic book, of a real comic book. It's strange.
He's the only person. I'm
the only person. I'm weird. But I grew up with like the Phantom and stuff, right? So
yeah,
like that's what feels cool to me.
Do you think you'd be more comfortable if you were to split Kozor into 2 issues?
We could have easily done that.
What did the page count end up at? You said 48 here.
48.
Is that what it?
Yeah.
It ended at 48. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, 48. Yeah.
The standard comic is 20 to 24 of art, so I mean that makes sense.
Yeah. I think we're still talking about it, Corey and I, what we're going to do. I think we discussed it on your channel a little bit, actually, Shelby, in the future as far as the length of books goes. I'm on the fence about it, but yeah, it's there's definitely a lot of roads you can take as an independent.
So, without getting into the boring stuff, are you looking to print and ship from overseas now? Is that what you're going to do moving forward? So you don't have to print it here, ship it across, get it fulfilled, and sent everywhere from there? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, we've had backers say that they're not going to back books from Australia just because of the cost. So I think the only way around that is to start printing in America, since that's where most of our backers are from. I got Shane Davis's book the other day, Inglorious Rex. That was printed with Mix'em, and it looked beautiful to me. So again, it's a roll of the dice sometimes, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to be horrible looking. I like Inglorious Rex. I think it's an absolutely beautiful book. I think John Malin was saying that he uses Mix'em too, and those books look great. So I don't know. I know that people have had issues with them, but the books I've seen that have been printed through them are pretty nice.
I kind of feel like certain artists shouldn't be doing fulfillment themselves, because for me, it's a waste of their time. I think that applies to you. I think the same can be said for Rini as well. She was talking about it too. Like, doing fulfillment yourself, like that's a month or two that you could have spent, your free time drawing and getting more work done. So I think in certain circumstances, if you can avoid doing it, it's good. For someone like me that only writes and puts stuff together, I mean, I can do it. That's not an issue. But I think, for you guys, it's a good move.
Yeah. There's a lot of different comic book printers over in the States as well that do this stuff. Like, someone suggested Comics Wellspring to me, and
what does Shelby use?
Something or other, but he uses a local printer, I think.
I use a bunch of different ones. Perth is correct. Mix'em is a broker who deals with 50 or 60 different printers across the planet, really, but mostly in the US and Canada. And so you might actually go to Mix'em for one run and then another run for something else and have a completely different experience because it was handled by a completely different press in another state.
Yeah.
That's the issue, is that, and they keep that under lock and key. They don't really tell you who they used. I know that's so you might have a really great experience and then go back and then it's like terrible. So that's why it's so inconsistent with people's experience with them, is because they're just I'll call it busy work. I worked for Quebecor for 6 years, and we had a lot of jobs that basically were like they didn't even cover the overhead, but it was downtime. So we would take them for fillers before, in between the TV Guide and Rolling Stone and Sports Illustrated stuff that we were printing. So I kind of feel like comics might be that. The only two books we used to print was like Superman and Wonder Woman. Those were the only two comics I ever saw come through the doors there for printing.
Yeah, right.
But it wasn't consistent.
We've got 50 people here, so if you can hit like and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. But go, if you haven't backed this seriously, this is your last chance to do it. They're closing it up tonight, and it's not going to be available again for, I'm going to say, maybe a good year.
Oh, yeah, probably. It won't be available again into our next campaign, and you're not going to get these variant covers probably in it.
Your early version is available which width tier? You had an earlier version that people can't really see unless they get that specific tier, right?
This one here,
that one,
is that one there? Okay.
4 books, 5 posters, and the sketch, the original sketch. You also get exclusive collector cards in that one that you can't get in any of the other tiers. No other backer will get. You get a bookmark, which is a really cool bookmark, I have to say. I know it's like a bookmark, but it's still really cool. Yeah.
Mike is flexing about how he's going to ship the New Waking Dream second print into the US for $10. I don't like
really?
Because it means I have to do the same.
How's he going to do that?
I don't know.
Interesting.
He knows people with boats.
Boats, yeah. Rob, you were there. You see, this is what's great about being on your stream, because you were there from the beginning and you sort of watched Kozor come together. Because we were fairly close, especially in the beginning. You were there for the journey to an extent. We watched Replicator come together. You watched Kozor come together. We even did some streams as we went through that process. So, I mean, talk a little bit about maybe your take on the journey that Kozor has been on, and that the Barton Bros have gone through to get it to this point.
It's an interesting one. I don't think you can really tell someone about how hard it is to make a comic until like they experience it themselves. And I definitely feel like you guys went through that, because this took you. It's taken you a minute to get this out, but I mean, it looks like it's worth it. All the effort you've gone and back and put in, despite probably people telling you not to do it that way, is pretty impressive.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and it's funny because now that we're at this point, I'm kind of glad that we didn't listen to some of those people, because I know we would have had some pretty big regrets if we did.
Yeah.
And it's funny because now that we took the time and it's going out and backers are holding it in their hands, well, we haven't had anyone who's been like, yeah, it's a cool book, but I couldn't enjoy it because I had to wait so long for it. No one said that.
Yeah.
All we've heard is, look what I got in the mail. They're talking about how great the artwork is, how awesome the story is, which was a huge surprise to us. We didn't know what to expect with that. And just nothing but happy, excited backers. And it seems like the quality of the book, it's like when you have to wait a long time for a good video game. It sucks to have to wait for it, but if they release it before it's ready, like with Cyberpunk, people get pissed off and annoyed. But those games you wait forever for and it eventually comes out and it's everything you hoped and dreamed it would be, it's like you forget how long you had to wait, because now it's here. And in Kozor's case, it's been immortalized. Like, it's here forever in the form that we got it to be released in. So no regrets there. I mean, it sucks we had to work on it for so long and that people had to wait for so long to get it to this point. But in the end, I think the patience of all of us, it really paid off for Kozor. And I don't think there's anyone that's disappointed about that.
I don't know about you guys. I feel massive stress when my books are late. Did you feel that too? It's crazy, isn't it? It's not fun.
It was an additional thing that that weighed on our mind with Kozor for sure. You know, it wasn't just the creation of the book; it was the fact that we knew people were waiting for this thing, and it took up a lot of mental RAM for sure. And thanks so much, by the way, for backing.
Mortal Rising comic book back in number 923. I can't even remember what I backed, guys. I know I got the black and white. I'm pretty sure I got this cover. I got the black and white, and I got something else, but I can't even remember what it was. I don't think I went for this. I probably should have though in hindsight because it looks really good. I'm really interested to see like how much it's changed.
It's not too late to back it, man.
It's not too late, is it?
Original Corey sketch in there.
Original.
If you're on a fixed budget, like I wanted to, I think I wanted to go that route, but I wasn't able to. I might suggest maybe do the one cover with the black and white edition. If you don't want two copies with the variant. No offense, Corey.
So if you want to be kind of a cooler person than Shelby, get the big one. Nah, Jake.
It doesn't break the bank to do the two, the black and white with the because at least that way you get the entire story in both versions.
So let's just have a quick look at this. So this is Clayton's cover here. 352 sold. That's not bad, Clayton. Corey, 48. How does that feel?
That actually surprises me. I thought
come on, in the there's like another tier we can get the Corey and Clayton cover together, which is doing pretty well too.
You should switch it to American dollars because that's misleading.
Oh, I can probably do that actually.
Can you flip it? It's almost like a US. I think it's 24. It's not 35. That's why I'm saying it doesn't break the bank. See that?
23.
23 USD.
Yeah. So
cheap.
Because I know most of the chat,
By the way, we're not trying to compete with anybody, but with that price, that's just the conversion. So we actually set it at 35 Australian, but it just is because of the value of the dollar in the US that it's actually a lower price than most of the other books out there.
You probably would have set it for like 25 US when you first launched it. So people are saving $2. Right
yeah,
now. $2. You could buy something with that, Shelby.
Yeah, but the US dollar is, we're losing value every day, right?
You can pick up both covers for 47. This is great, guys. I don't. What would you recommend, Clayton? What would you recommend?
Look,
okay. The highest tier, man.
Honestly, if you are on a budget, just get the definitive edition at least. You wanna at least own Kozor, have it in your collection. And if you want the black and white version, obviously you got the black and white version and the definitive. I think both of them are good to have. If you're going to want to keep one in mint condition and preserve it while being able to read another one as much as you possibly can, then I would suggest maybe get the pack of either 2 variants or all 3 variants. And then if you're a hardcore collector, you want some exclusive stuff that isn't going to be given to anybody else, then you've got to go for that lower tier because there's some real collector items in there. Like
the higher tier, you mean?
Yeah, the highest tier. So this one here.
Yeah.
That original book is only going to be available there. Corey and I have talked. We don't know if we're going to ever print it again.
It's cheap.
Yeah. So it's and then you get an original artwork in that.
Do you have one of your original art pieces there, Corey? Like what the people are getting with it? Shelby's just eating all the food
for
in
work,
his house.
Corey.
No, we might have sent them all off.
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
Get this one, guys. Seriously, it's black and white. The black and white's going to be absolutely.
Hey, don't listen to Rob. Get the highest tier. I know what he's trying to do.
Or get this one.
No, yeah, the black and white and the color is probably one of the best ones to get because, especially if you really appreciate line art and you want to get a good look at the details without the distraction of the colors, that's probably the one I would get, honestly. But Corey's cover is great too. In fact, I feel like we sent out a ton of Corey variant covers to backers. So
maybe you had some behind the scenes somewhere, like in the back, in the back of the
There's like
system.
some in the top 3 edition as well.
Yeah.
So I'm the same. Mike's like, always have something to sell, and I agree with him too. But I kind of want to ship stuff, then be done, and move on to the next thing. Which is what you're doing, and the next thing potentially is Andromanoids. And Corey, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'm not the only person that hates the name.
Oh, dude.
Malin also hates the name. What do you have to say to that, Corey?
That's like saying you hate the name of a classic B grade 80s movie.
Well, I'm disappointed that Malin doesn't like the name, but then again, he did come off the name Godlike, so. Yeah.
What do you think, Shelby, of the name Andromanoids?
Andromanoids.
It just makes me think of like robot babes.
Yeah, exactly. See?
How do you spell it, Corey?
Oh, I can't spell it off the top of my head.
Oh, so that's the fucking problem, Corey.
Listen,
Hey,
I'm
Rob.
not
You
gonna,
can't spell it off the top of your head. How is anyone else going to find it?
But Clayton helped give me the name, so you can probably blame Clayton for it.
Yeah.
But, I wanted a name that sounded really cool. Like, I like manga. Like, Ghost in the Shell's a solid name. Akira's a solid name. Andromanoid just sounds like one of those books. It's going to be classic. It's going to be the best, So does Kozor. Kozor has a cool name as well. So,
Shelby, Andromanoids, yes or no?
I mean, I would have gone with something like Adrenochromoids or something. No, I'm not going to judge the title. I'm going to judge the logo. If the logo sucks, I'm going to let you know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can name anything. If the logo looks cool, you're good.
I don't understand why it's so hard to say for you, Rob. Just say
It's not hard to say. Spell it. Spell it, Clayton.
That sounds like androids.
DROMINIODS.
IN or IN?
Andromanoids.
It reminds me if you took Andromeda and Android and made one word.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And it just sounds so 80s B grade,
Why don't you name it Andromeda Android?
Yeah. What do we call her in the end,
up.
Corey?
Well, they're not really like they're not robots. They're sort of like they're grown in a lab and they're like superhuman babes. So
NTM says, I'll judge the title. Andromanoid sounds like a vitamin.
yeah, and Maverick sounds like Matrix. So
Mobig says, Kozor was on track to beat Replicator before Corey started spouting off his weeb degeneracy.
No, keep backing Kozor, please.
Yeah, let's get this to 900 tonight.
Yeah, let's do it.
Heck yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, Shelby's like, Rob, you can get 150 backers for them on your channel, can't you? I'm like, I'd be happy with one. One would be great. That's a great start. We'll go from there.
I got like 2 or 3 on mine, so you can do better than that.
Okay. Do we want to wait until you guys have to leave to refresh, or should we refresh now?
Yeah, refresh now. Yeah.
Been any movement? Come on, at least one. We're 746. Oh, it's 748.
748. Beautiful.
Nice.
Did you just break 40,000?
No, it was on the last stream.
No, they broke 60,000 Australian on the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for that, guys. That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Just 2 backers away from 750. If we could get to 750 before you guys go on Malin'S, I'd be happy with that. That'd be really cool.
That'd be insane, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mike only got 2 on his. That's poor work, Mike. That's poor effort for you. So what's next? And what's coming out next from the Barton Bros? Andromanoids next? Borok next? What's happening?
Might be both at the same time.
Yeah, possibly both, because it's both me and Corey, and we've got our own projects going on. We were thinking of the campaigns we do in the future might be Barton Bros events, essentially, where you'll be able to have the opportunity to back Borok and Drominoids, you know, maybe a second chance of Kozor, but it'll only be one version of Kozor.
Keeping that in your private collection, Rob. I see.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, look at Rob, man. He's got it ready.
It's great.
That's Androminoids.
Corey, you've come so far in coloring, dude. It's crazy.
No. I actually think I might change the lighting on that page so she doesn't blend in so much. But
yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. I remember thinking to myself, Corey, don't bother learning how to color. Just keep doing your line art because it's a waste of your talent. But now I'm seeing this. I'm like, yeah, I was wrong. It is pretty good.
Yeah,
it's worth your time. I like the fact she has nipples. I mean, it's a key selling point there.
Yeah, can you believe Bancroft said he didn't like that? He's like the only person that said he didn't like it. I'm like, what does that mean about Bancroft?
He probably didn't like the he probably didn't like the Batman Forever bat nipples either, right?
Yeah.
What a weirdo.
Should they have a little circle around here, Corey, like a faint little, or is that going too far? Is that too far?
I mean, I tried drawing it before, but it was like it kind of didn't look right, you know.
Is she impervious to bullets, Corey?
Yes, please, Corey. Can you show the page?
I think there's a panel the other day. Yeah, I remember a panel that she.
See if you can find it, Corey.
Hyperwizard says, learning to color does inform you how to draw too. Have you found getting better at coloring has made drawing easier? That's for you, Corey.
Wait, what was the question again?
Fucking hell.
I was finding this picture.
Learning to color does inform you how you draw too. Have you found getting better at coloring has made drawing easier?
Yeah, I think they've sort of helped out, like both, like particularly with new style. Like it was easy to actually go back to the original line work, fix it, so the colors worked better with the line work and stuff.
Zoom in, Corey.
Yeah, it's like critiquing.
Thank you for this.
It's like a color.
Zoom in.
All right,
dude. Like,
laughing.
I mean,
I'm just laughing about I'm just laughing about some of the angry people who don't approve of this kind of.
Man, you should post this on Reddit, Corey. It would go off, dude. That ghost I posted went bananas. Can you imagine this with bullets bouncing around off boobs? They would lose their mind.
And I remember Hockey saying, "Oh, why she got no armor?" Well, this is why. You know, she doesn't need it.
She don't need no armor. Oh yeah, look, you've got the little circles there. See, yeah, that looks good. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, as you notice on the bullets, they're actually slightly indented in.
It's like the most skin tight outfit ever, dude.
It's funny because how people are like, oh, you can't draw women like that. Corey's like, fuck that. I'm drawing whatever I like. Yeah. Look at this.
Well, I was looking through Mazman Shiro's stuff, and I'm just like, why is there no American or Aussie comic like this? Like, it feels like we're missing out. And I'm like, the market's like wide open for this type of stuff. So,
and like you know, people that like manga would probably like this too. Same kind of.
Oh yeah.
Same kind of wheelhouse.
Go crazy in Japan for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is it, man. Oh. Corey spits in the face of science.
Mo says I just got gifted a membership. I think it was from Sumo earlier, Mo. What's this? Oh.
Yeah, Sumo's a giver. I've seen Sumo gift lots of memberships to lots of channels.
Do I want to play this? Are you going to get my channel taken down?
It's 30 seconds. I think it's safe. You need volume. There's no sound.
At all?
Yeah, where's your sound?
I keep pressing the wrong thing.
Come on, Rob.
It's like the first time I've ever streamed, isn't it?
I've had a head cold for 2 days. So I keep dipping out.
Nipples.
No.
Yeah, she had great tits. Oh no. But I mean, like detail though. Does she have like little pink teeny nipples?
Oh yeah.
Or like the long National Geographic nipples?
Long.
You have like the Bucky Braille nipples, Stevie Wonders. Yeah, they were nice. You know, when like you grab a woman's breast and you feel it and it feels like a bag of sand. Touching it. Bag of sand. You know what I mean. Why don't we just play? Why don't you just deal the cards?
That was good.
Damn it,
That was
Shelby.
good.
Jim's in the house. Good to see you, Jim, man.
It's like
Hey,
a
Jim.
bag of sand.
Lord Ravener says people complain about the bulletproof boob and not that the eye patch strap goes over the bridge of her nose.
Yeah,
It's
does.
called the rule of cool, Lord Ravener. The rule of cool.
Wait, is it not meant to go over the bridge of a nose?
Is it windy there?
Is someone getting flooded or
It's
something?
it's
going on?
raining.
Not me this time.
It's raining
right.
very heavy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got another page of Andromenoids.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
So all your funding for Kozor does help Andromenoids out, the Andromenoids babes. So
This is what we're using the Kozor funds for.
I think it's a smart move.
So the tank explodes behind her.
What is this liquid coming from her mouth, Corey? If you scroll up, she's got a bit of a...
You know, it's just a bit of saliva.
Okay, all right. Looks a little bit suspect down there, I was going to say.
And there you go. Look, her clothing isn't completely immortal. Like it's a bit torn up and stuff too.
Yeah, her clothing can get damaged and stuff.
Like
I don't know if it's me, Clayton, but like these pages seem just light years better than what Corey was doing with Kozor at the start. Light
man.
years.
Corey really leveled up. He really leveled up when he did my torso lesson. For some reason, all his woman bodies started looking really, really good. But no,
What?
Dude, I can't explain this. Corey has found himself as an artist.
Is that mutant doing what I think he's doing back there?
I had a great idea for Andromenoids. Did I tell you about it?
Was it changing the name?
It's basically The Hills Have Eyes on another scale.
I like that movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I know.
It's a
Corey's
good
not
movie.
down
Like,
for it. Apparently,
you
he's
like the
got
remake?
I
lines.
didn't want to make it that hardcore. Like the mutants do some crazy shit in that movie. So yeah.
All right, we're going to wrap up here in a minute because you guys are going to head over to Malin'S for the
Yeah.
actual closeout
We do.
stream.
We do.
That was short.
Let's hit the refresh
Please don't
again.
Kozor.
Anyone? No, guys,
Oh,
two
that's
more.
okay.
Oh, come
Two more.
on.
We really appreciate you guys jumping on board. 2 backers is actually really awesome. So thanks so much. We can't wait to get these books sent out to you. And yeah, I mean, it's a nice looking book.
It's a
what do you
great
guys,
looking book.
I can't wait to see what you guys do next year. Hang on, I'll make you go full screen.
Yeah. That's what you're opening up when you
Dude, spoilers, man. What the hell? Damn.
Hey, what are you talking about? I don't see no spoilers there. Look at that. That's cool.
That's a cool face. Cool face.
Oh, I don't want me there. I don't want me there at all.
I'll show you one more page because this is this is one of my favorite pages. Both of these are great. Yeah,
Yeah, I love the insect chicks. They're hot.
absolutely. They
I
are
like the babes.
gorgeous. Chief Baron's head. We really wanted to give him some personality. So
Bankroll says it's out, Corey. There's no spoilers anymore.
yeah.
There's one major bit in the middle of the book. It hasn't been spoiled yet, thankfully. So,
All right.
right.
Shelby,
Let's
what do you
do
got
He was
going
just
on?
showing the middle. Nothing. I got a head cold. Trying to kick it before tomorrow.
What's tomorrow? Work?
Work. Yeah. So I figured some Chips Ahoy cookies and more Monster will
What?
burn out whatever's going on in my blood.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really work that way. It only make you worse.
yeah.
I don't know.
Turn the
We'll
heat
see.
You got to eat good food, Shelby. You should be aware of this. All right. I posted a link to Malin'S in chat. Go hang out there. There's already like 60 people waiting, guys. So it's going to be a big one.
Awesome. Wow.
Oh, Jim
Yeah,
said, I
yeah.
thought I had a head
That's-
cold and it was the coof.
That's more people than are here.
Yes, it is.
That's crazy.
It's like what?
Yeah,
People that
we're
you
really
have.
lucky to have John Malin as such a support. He's been there from day one, actually.
It's
Probably
been
is Jim. I just haven't taken it. It might be
Oh, that's-
possibility. I got
that's-
3 coworkers who have it, so whatever.
Oh.
It's
All right.
mild.
We'll just do final refresh. You guys want to say anything before you go?
Just want to say a big thank you to all the backers who jumped on board and everyone who is, hopefully going to jump on board later tonight, because Kozor couldn't have happened without you. But even more than that, we're just happy that you get to experience the book now too, after we put this much time into it. Big thank you to all of our fellow creators who supported us and told their audience about Kozor. People like Rob, people like Shelby. Big thank you to Corey for all the amazing coloring he did on the book. And really,
That's all good, man.
Play
really
that new
brought it
trailer.
Wait,
Oh,
can
yeah,
I
I'll
say
put-
something?
Can you,
Nah,
Corey? I
play
mean,
the
that's
trailer.
the question. We've been waiting 3 years for you to say something. Is it
Corey,
finally going to
we've got
happen?
to we've
Wait.
got to go soon.
Please back Kozor. We got to beat Rob and Bancroft. We can't let that Lucen book win as well. It's like the Lucen. Come on.
You might,
So we
you
got to
might
beat them
be-
both. Please
You know
back Kozor.
what? You might be close to beating Mike already in terms of money raised. Let's have a quick look.
Really?
Oh, that's not this one. Waking Dream. All right, you guys have got to go. I won't hold you up. I'm gonna play the trailer out, but you guys can bounce. Thank you everyone for hanging out here. It was good. We had like 40 people, which was 40, 50 people, which was good.
Don't forget your sound, Rob.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna stop sharing this, and then I'm gonna. What the hell is Shelby wearing? All right. Nope. All right, guys. We are done.